Okay, so in the first few minutes here, as we pull up Tinkercad, right now you guys should be going to tinkercad.com and signing in. And we're going to give everyone a few minutes to arrive. You will not need your Raspberry Pi tonight. Oops. There we go. Yes, Caitlin. Hello? Caitlin, do you have a question?
Am I allowed to show my name tag thing?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Put your hand up when you're ready to show it. Like when it's up on your screen. Oh, sorry, Mira. I hadn't turned it on yet. Thank you for letting me know. Can I work on Tinkercad from my Raspberry Pi? I'm not sure, Azelle. I'm not sure if Midori, the web browser from your Raspberry Pi, would be able to support Tinkercad, but go ahead and try. Go ahead and try. Yes. So Annika and Caitlin are both interested in sharing designs. So yeah, let's do that at the beginning of class. Just raise your hand. Oh, if it lets you, then yeah, Azelle, go for it. Raise your hand when your drawing is up, when your design is up. If anyone wants to share either their name tag or their sea creature, a very simple sea creature, just raise your hand. All right.
Hi.
Hello.
Here is my little sea turtle. 1 second.
Oh. Oh, I love it.
I used a little swirl from Shape Generators on the back.
Oh, that's really cool. Annika, I love it. Can you spin it around?
Sure. I wasn't able to add the fins on the other side though. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, but that looks really good. Congratulations. Okay. And hold on. Okay, Caitlin, let me know. Raise your hand when you're ready to share. Sarah, this is Tinkercad. We've been doing it for the past 2 weeks, so check out the recorded webinars I've posted. But Tinkercad is a 3D printing software that's browser based. So you make your model in 3D and then export it, and you'll be able to print it out. No worries, Sarah. How far were we? I'm not quite sure I understand that question. Caitlin, do you want to show it at the end of class? Oh, in Tinkercad. Whoops. Oh. Let's see. In Tinkercad, you should be on trying to think of what we did Monday. Monday we did the nameplate. That's what we did. Monday we did the nameplate. Today we're starting the Minecraft party glasses. So the nameplate was our own creation. It wasn't a lesson, Valerie, so just watch the recording to be able to make the nameplate. And Caitlin's going to show off her nameplate later on. Okay, so log in to Tinkercad, click the Learn tab, and scroll down to find your Minecraft party glasses. And we're going to do that one. Mira, if you've already finished it, you can try another one that you think looks interesting. Wow. But not Kraken, because we're going to do Kraken together. Okay. All right. So again, you've logged into Tinkercad, you're on the Learn tab. You're going to hit Begin Lesson for the Minecraft Party Glasses. And I think that's cool what you just saw when you saw the entire shape. It's just a reminder that everyone starts with the same geometric shapes like you see here. And they use a combination of the shapes and the holes to create larger shapes. So if I click and drag my mouse and hit ungroup, you get a preview of the bigger shapes that they use kind of holes and other shapes to create. You see they had the thin torus, and they made the thin torus, and they used different holes to erase parts of it. And then they used the half sphere right there and the square right there. And when it's all grouped together, it looks like this. It looks like the glasses right there. And that's what we're going to be working on. Yes, Anna, thank you. My Mac does have low battery. It's kind of it's getting a little warm, so I was trying to give it a break for a minute. Okay, so we're going to start off. We are going to find the box geometric shape and click and drag it to fit into the orange frame. Oops. All right, and just as a reminder, you right-click to orbit. You hold down Shift on your keyboard and right-click to pan. And you can use your mouse wheel to zoom. And you can also use the controls over here if you don't want to use your mouse. Okay. If you have not done any Tinkercad, this lesson is going to be very challenging for you, especially at the pace that I go. you are welcome to join with us, but just know that it's going to be challenging. Caitlin, if your hand is raised to show, it shows that you originally were offline. We're going to wait till the end of class, and then we'll take a look at your name tag, okay? Just because we got started on the lesson. So I'm going to put your hand down. If you weren't raising your hands to show your, okay, you just typed a message. Oh, it's something else, okay. Hi, Caitlin, what's going on?
I was trying to get to Tinkercad, but it kept freezing and it kept like messing it up, so I had to turn my computer off and then turn it right back on.
Okay, no worries. I'm glad it's working now. So Minecraft Party Classes, that's the lesson that we're on. Okay. And we're still on step 1. We're going to click and drag the box shape into this orange frame. And it fits right in there. All right. And now we're going to scale the cube so that it has a height of 5 millimeters. So I grab the little white box, click it, and drag down till it reads 5 millimeters, like that. And then I'm going to grab this white box, and I'm just hovering over it right now, but it tells me the 2 sides that it's going to scale down. This white box, click it, and drag in till it says 6 millimeters by 6 millimeters. And release. Okay, and down here in the instructions it says you can adjust snap grid located in the lower right corner of the editor from 1 to 0.5. What does that mean? What that means, look at my screen for a second. As I'm readjusting these sides, note that it moves from an option of being 8 millimeters long to 9. Nothing in between. That's because we have our snap grid set to 1. If we move it down to 0.5, now it'll let us choose between 6, 6.5, and 7. It lets us be a little bit more accurate, a little bit more precise, I should say. And then you can go down even further so that if you hit 0.25, you'd be able to choose 6, 6.25, 6.5, 6.75, or 7. It just allows you to be a little bit more precise. But for right now, just click this and choose 0.5. And once you've done that, hit next. Okay. Change your view so you got a better kind of view of what's going on. With 3D drawing, it's always my advice to, before you start something, get a good view. So we've learned how to copy and paste components. You can select it and hit Command-C or Control-C, and then Control-V as in vector, and it makes a copy of the original object. There's actually a quicker way to do it. If I hold Alt down on my keyboard, I can select a shape and just pull and drag that shape away from the original shape. Again, I click and hold Alt down, and it just makes a copy. This is handy if you're making lots of copies and you don't have to sit there and copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. All you have to do is click and hold Alt down, and it makes a copy as you pull the original shape away. All right. What I'm going to do now, raise your hand when you're ready for me to continue. So if you aren't doing Tinkercad, you're just watching, you can raise your hand. Or once you're finished doing this in Tinkercad, just raise your hand. All right, remember, raise your hand when you're ready to move forward. And in about 2 minutes, we're going to have to move forward. But if you fall behind it, you know, it's not the end of the world. You can always watch the recording in addition. I'm not trying to move too fast, but I do want us to be able to finish a couple shapes today. So we'll try to find a good pace. Caitlin, you click Learn in the upper menu and scroll down to Minecraft classes. Ella, I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm not sure why it's not letting you log in. Yeah, you reset your password and it's still not working. You can make a new Tinkercad account. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what else. Anna, I'm glad you're singing a song. Ella, it might just take a moment for or take a few minutes for the password to reset. I'm not sure. I'm very sorry that you're having that frustration though. All right, there's still a chunk. I'm gonna put everybody's hands down. Oh, Josie says that happened to her, and she said it might be your browser. Josie, what browser were you using? Safari? Oh, I'm using Safari and it's working fine. But try a different browser. If you have like Chrome and Safari or Chrome and Internet Explorer, try the other one. All right, everybody, we're gonna have to move on to step 4. Again, if you're feeling really rushed, you can just kind of watch for now and then try the recording, and I can try to help with any troubleshooting questions. Valerie, try to get it to match up as well as you can. And change your view if you're having a hard time seeing if it's matched up. Okay, next step is to scale this cube out. To be 6 millimeters by 24 millimeters long. I did that by just grabbing that white square and pulling up. And then I'm going to redo my view here. You're going to use the Alt to make copies and these 4 locations. Okay, so Mir Firefox is working. Valerie, you hold down Alt on the keyboard, hold it down, and then just click and drag the shape. So holding Alt down on the keyboard, I press and I don't release the mouse, and I pull this cube away. Oh, good. Glad it's working now. All right, raise your hand if you need, listen to the question. I'm switching it around. Raise your hand if you need another minute to finish this step. Another minute or 2. Okay. Well, I hang out here for a second. The other thing is if you are feeling like you're moving really fast, over in the corner, you can always work on a design of your own while you're waiting. So you've had a little more experience, you've been doing some other stuff, lessons on the side, or you can work on a design of your own over in the side of your work plane. Remember your align tools. All right, and put your hand down when you're ready to move forward. Whoa, okay. Oh, Annika, I'm so sorry. No, I didn't. I did not know that. And I'm glad that you can raise your hand now. Sorry about that. Okay. Next step. Okay, everybody, eyes on my screen. Eyes on my screen. I know this looks like a lot. First thing we're gonna do, navigate to a good view. All you all need to do is half of the glasses. So stop here. This vertical one, these 3 going up, these 3 going down, and these 4 going up. That's what I want you guys to do. If you would like, you can do the whole glasses, but for today, I just want you guys to do half of the glasses. And then at 6:30, we'll move on to our next drawing, okay? I just want you guys to really practice the Alt method. So you hold Alt down, and you pull a square into the next square. Again, if you're speeding through this, go ahead and do the whole glasses. Go try it. And you can always work on a little design on the side. Kind of give yourself your own little challenge, like, how fast can I make a bunny? Sort of thing. Oh, good. Finish the glasses. Can I share my sea creature? Yeah, Mira, you can share your sea creature at the end. End of class. Caitlin, I hate that. Remember that if you're almost done and something happens, you can always just hit undo. All right, it is 6:30. Raise your hand if you need another minute on the Minecraft classes. Okay. Remember, you're just doing half. Caitlin, that's okay. If you want to do all of it, that's fine. But I am going to move us on to the next challenge in just a moment. All right, girls. Definitely come back to this at the end. It'll save your progress for you. But we're going to start the next lesson, okay? And you can always come back to your glasses. See how mine are? Okay. Click Learn. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to find cufflinks. Okay? Oh, they say okay. That's funny. And we're going to start this one. So go ahead and hit Begin Lesson for cufflinks. All right. And Sarah, if you want to try this, by all means. Oh, it's Learn, and it's the next lesson after Minecraft classes. It should be right next to Minecraft classes. Sarah, if you would like to try it, or you'd like to try some of the original Tinkercad stuff. Okay, Sarah, and I saw your original message. I just saw, I don't know what Tinkercad was. I saw the first one, and all I can say is if you still need help after you watch the recordings, by all means, but just watch the recordings, and they should catch you up on what we did in class. But it's just hard if you have missed a few to get you caught up right away, or during class, just because we gotta move forward. Okay. So we start with the cylinder and we drag it into the orange outline. All right, now we are going to scale it down so it's a height of 3 millimeters. So we grab that top square and pull down till you get to just 3 millimeters there. Now we're making these really small. We're going to see that with the next one here. We're going to scale it down even, so that it's just 10 millimeters in diameter and 3 millimeters high. So we have to really zoom in to see what we're doing. Who can tell me why we're doing this? Why don't we just make the cufflinks big? Why are we scaling it down so small? Valerie, undo's at the top middle. If you don't see it, it may just be because your page is too zoomed in here. So you can try making your browser bigger. You can also just hit Control-Z on your keyboard and it will work as an undo. Who can make a guess? You can either type or raise your hand on why, when they made this lesson, they decided to make the cufflinks so small instead of just, you know, using the original size of the cylinder. Yes, Valerie.
Because when it comes out of the 3D printer, it's going to be enlarged by a certain amount, so when they're planning it out, they have to make it small?
Okay, almost. You had half of it there. You were thinking 3D printer, and that's the most important part. So you're right. It has to do with the 3D printer and 3D printing. Any other thoughts? Oh, okay, Caitlin. It's not that the 3D printer is going to enlarge it. It's that you're making cufflinks, and cufflinks are really small. They fit inside of your sleeve, in like a little hole in your sleeve. Let me see if I can get a picture of the cufflink. See, they're really small. So when you 3D print it, you want to 3D print it small. You don't want to print one that's, you know, really, really big. I'm sorry, Caitlin. Raise your hand if you had a question. I didn't know if you were trying to answer this one. Okay. You want it to be this. Yes, Caitlin.
Oh, I was just going to ask, what are cufflinks?
Cufflinks, great question, are like a button kind of, but fancier. And it's a way to keep your sleeve together in a suit. But they look fancy. And so it's, let's see, it looks like this. And imagine like you put it into the hole and it keeps the two pieces of fabric together. And it's a way, it's kind of like a fashion statement. People get them that have their initials or that look nice. Like, yeah, it goes on their sleeve like that. Yes, girls wear cufflinks. I think they're more associated with men, but girls can wear cufflinks. Let me see. See? Okay. Great questions, everyone. Yeah, I think you've seen them before. And they're just like a fancy button, but hey, why not? Fashions can be kind of strange. So let's keep designing our own. Okay, we're going to practice using the both the align tool and also the helper, the work plane. So I clicked on this grid up top to find the work plane, and we're going to click and drag it on top of the circle here. And it's this grid that shows us the work plane. And why we do that is we're going to put another cylinder shape on top of this shape. If I didn't do that, if I was just using the regular work plane and I pulled a cylinder out onto the work area, it would go kind of into our original shape. We want it to go on top of instead, and that's what makes the work plane so helpful. Because now if I drag a cylinder in there, it's going to be on top. And eyes on my screen for a moment, because I'm going to explain how this works. Eyes on my screen. We're going to copy the original shape and then click on top of the work plane and paste. So Control-C, the original shape, click on top of the work plane, and Control-V. Okay, go ahead and try it. So I have my work plane on top. That's how you see the orange there. I Control C, the original shape. I click up on the work, I just click away from the shape, and I Control V. And I can move it over into its orange frame. Next thing I'm going to do is just scale it smaller to a diameter of 3 millimeters. And notice how it won't fit in the middle. What you're going to have to do is change the snap grid down to 0.5 for it to fit in that middle orange frame, because you're setting it at 0.5. Alright, and we're going to scale it up to a height of 10 millimeters. This is the part that would go in between the two sleeves. Or, the sleeves, yeah, it would go through the whole of the two sleeves, so it would keep the two sleeves together. And again, we're going to have to place something on top. How are we going to do it? Work plane! Hooray! Okay, and pause for a moment once you get to this step. I want everybody together on this, because ours is not going to say okay. Yours is going to say whatever you want it to. Hi, or it could be a heart if you wanted it to be a heart, or something like that. Okay, eyes on my screen for a moment. I am on the upper work plane, and I want my cufflinks to say DD. A couple things I want you guys to notice. First of all, you want your letters to overlap a little bit. It'll make it easier for the 3D printer to print. Secondly, I want you to use your Align tools by selecting both shapes, hitting Align under Adjust, and get them so that the two letters, the middle, lengthwise of these two letters, are kind of lay upon the same line. So go ahead and do that. Get it how you like it, and then move it on top of your cufflink. And you're again going to want to align. Oh, wait. You want to group your letters together. Then you want to align. All right, and decorate more. I'm going to use the heart shape, and I'm going to make it a hole. And I'm going to make a little heart-shaped indentation in between my D's here. That's an A. first thing I'm going to have to do is put the work plane on top of my letters. Click and drag. Scale it down. Let me group the base of the cuff link and the letters together. And then align the heart with the letters. And then group the whole thing together when you're done. Okay, Ella, glad you got it. You just used the work plane. Does anyone need me to show them something one more time? To go through a step, or is anyone having trouble? Alright, let me know because I'm with you guys now if you need any help. Let me look up. There are some specific measurements that I'm looking up right now. Mr. Dubik sent me because you guys can be working on your own models. Speaking of which, girls that want to share their models, go ahead and pull those up as soon as you finish your cufflinks and let me know so I can help you show those off. And I'll post this on there tonight. But let's say, Mira, you want to, wait, not Mira, Annika, you want to print your little turtle. First of all, if you need help, I can help you put the fins on the other side. You may have just run out of time. The turtle looks wonderful. But, and you may not want fins on the other side. Hey, whatever floats your boat. But the dimensions for the shape that you can make are 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters by 10 millimeters. Let's see if I can. And I will post this on the webinar. I'm trying to give you guys a visual. 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters by 10 millimeters. Yes, Valerie. Do you mean the last step, putting the letters on, or adding the little heart? Can you clarify? Mr. Presto? Okay, that sounds great. Mira, let me know whenever you're ready. There's going to be a 3D printer at the lab on Saturday, but the other option is you guys sending me your 3D print and I send it to him to get printed. And we'll go over that on Monday once I show you guys how to tinker with designs and kind of create your own designs from scratch. Yes, Mira, raise your hand. I'm going to show Valerie the heart step one more time and then we're going to do that, okay? So Valerie, the first thing that I'm going to do is ungroup this. Okay, so you have your letters together and the whole thing is grouped, okay? And then, so this whole thing is connected together. Then you pull your work plane on top of the letters. Then you take whatever shape you want, this time I'm going to do a star, and place it on top of your letters. And you make it smaller. And I'm making it smaller while holding shift down on the keyboard, and it uniformly makes it smaller. Now I want to make sure it's in the middle, so I select everything together, and I align it so that it's centered and centered. And Valerie, I know this explanation is a little bit fast. You can always re-watch it on the recording, but I did promise people that they could share their designs, and I want to make sure they have time to. So now we know this is in the center. We make it a hole, and we can drop it down with the cone. Okay. Once I group it one more time, should be able to see that it's indented in there. Okay, Mira. And Caitlin, get ready to show as well, okay? Whoa! What is that?
His name is Mr. Presto. I'm not sure what he's supposed to be, but I just went for him.
I love it. I love his mustache.
Thank you.
Where did you find a mustache?
I was toying around with the shape generators because there are a lot of really cool things in there that would be really hard to make by hand.
Yeah.
So there are some cool things in there.
Absolutely. We're going to check out more of the shape generators on Monday. I'm glad that you've been kind of looking around and stuff. Very cool. Very cool. I love him. He kind of looks like a walrus and like an eagle to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find Caitlin. Caitlin, I'm going to make you presenter, okay?
When you come your butt home and you got nothing to do, you should come here and play with it. God, look at freaking cartoons. I mean, anyway, I ain't got nothing more to say.
You can hear me.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Caitlin.
Oh, okay. This is.
Oh, I love it. It looks really nice. I like how we have our matching eyes. Oh, that looks really good. I like how yours, the inside is up. Like your border is pressed in. It's kind of like opposite of what other people did. Very cool. Thanks for sharing. All right, everyone. Thank you guys for sharing. I think it makes it a lot more fun when we get to see what we're all doing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, Anna says that she thinks that Mr. Presto is a narwhal. Anna says that, okay. How do you rename your projects? I don't think you can rename your projects. I really don't. At least I don't know how. Let me see. You could rename your projects. That's like kind of like a folder where you can have lots of designs. Over here, when you hit Tinkercad over in the corner, it brings this up. And the little gear is how you rename the project. The designs themselves, there we go. Okay, you click on the design, and you click on the little properties, the gear, and then you're able to change it. All right. You know, Ella, I'm not sure how many designs you can print. I think Mr. Dubik may talk about that more on Saturday or whenever, or Thursday and Saturday, whenever your lab is. All right, everybody. I hope you're enjoying Tinkercad. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all. See you on Monday.